Okay, we're stating the missing justifications for this proof. We're trying to prove the lines parallel, and we are starting with the fact that they're giving us that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. Okay, so that's given, and interestingly, we already could just straight away jump to that because of the converse of the corresponding angles theorem. Okay, if we know that these corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines must be parallel. So already right away we're gonna name, we're gonna identify the justifications that they made, but we didn't have to do that. We would have done a much shorter proof of that by just simply saying converse of corresponding angles theorem. But anyway, let's go through what they did. They said angle 4 is congruent to angle 1, and we can state that by the vertical angles theorem. Okay, because vertical angles are always congruent, and that's what they are right here. Okay, now angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Well, what they're doing here is they're saying, since this was given to us that angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent, then where we see angle 1 here, we can write angle 5 in its place. That's just substitution. So now instead of angle 4 is congruent to angle 1, we can say angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Substitution. Okay? And now they say angle P is congruent to angle 4 because we've got angle 4 and angle 5 congruent, that statement right there. And what do we do there? Well, that would be the converse. Remember, we use the converse when we're proving the lines parallel. Okay? And of what? Alternate interior angles theorem. 4 and 5 are alternate interior angles. And they're congruent when lines are parallel. So if they're congruent, we then know that the lines are parallel. So what is our justification for that? The converse of alternate interior angles theorem. And let me just state it one more time for the record. If you're using a theorem to prove lines parallel instead of starting with the lines are parallel, it's going to be the converse of that. Okay. Again, though, if you're doing this and you want to be the most sophisticated person possible, you would say if angle 1 is congruent to angle 5, we already then say that's corresponding angles. So we can say that's true if these lines are parallel. So we can prove that those lines are parallel by saying converse of corresponding angles theorem. And that could have been straight away what you did. But of course, that's not what they're asked to do. We're just asked to make the justifications for the statements they made. And so we have to follow through on that. Okay, hope that makes sense.